If you thought the lead up to the Sonic movie was crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Literally, we've seen nothing about this movie. That wasn't a joke. Hello everybody, I'm Garrulous64, and we literally know nothing about this movie other than the fact that it exists. We know it's supposedly launching in 2022, but gosh dang, I just want them to confirm that Charles Martinet is playing Mario and Luigi, because if he's not, we're gonna have a problem. If you've been keeping an eye on the Twitterverse, you're probably going a little bit insane because it'll do that to you, but also you might have seen something related to today's topic, that being the first voice actor being revealed for this project. And who might that be? Well, the first ever actor revealed for the Super Mario Bros. Movie made by Nintendo and Illumination Studios is Sebastian Maniscalco as Foreman Spike.
Who are you people?
Yeah, not gonna lie, I sort of expected a more relevant character to be revealed first. Sort of like how they just revealed Idris Elba as the voice of Knuckles in the Sonic movie 2, Sonic 2 the movie, Sonic 2V, whatever you want to call it. I was thinking we were gonna get like a Peach, or a Bowser, or a Toad, or a Mario. This is a certified out-of-left-field moment. Mr. Maniscalco has appeared in a few things, such as The Nut Job 2, The House with Will Ferrell, that's pretty cool, and a whole lot of other things that I've never seen. So I don't really have many words to say about what that might mean for Foreman Spike specifically, but of course, some of you might not even be buying this reveal in the first place, and I don't blame you. From my perspective, it doesn't make any sense for this person to just randomly mention Foreman Spike, who appeared in 2 video games like 20-something years ago. I mean, for all I know, this guy could be like a seriously epic gamer that specializes in Wrecking Crew and Wrecking Crew alone, and he's just trying to pull a fast one on everybody. But ask yourself, what's more likely in this situation? This situation kind of brings back memories of the whole Sonic movie trailer leak, where that person from the test audience recounted a horror story of gangsters' paradise and flossing. And of course everybody was like, no man, that's impossible. Sonic is way too cool to listen to Coolio. But look at the timeline we found ourselves in, folks. With the only piece of information we really know about this movie being Miyamoto's involvement, it kind of had me worried because I've seen what he does to Mario games in regards to storytelling. That being that there is none because he doesn't like story in video games, and you can see that very clearly in the projects that he's worked on and overseen over the last while, I guess you could say. I'm not gonna give a specific number because someone's gonna be like, that's not correct, don't you know how to count? I don't. If we look back for a bit, Sunshine did indeed have some plot stuff, but it was just really basic. Yoshizaki Koizumi had to hide Rosalina's backstory in Super Mario Galaxy, so Miyamoto wouldn't, like, tell him to take it out. That's kind of ridiculous. And who among us could possibly forget what happened to the Paper Mario series? Really upset that I said Among Us, because that is no longer a phrase, it is just a reference to people, and now that's going to be a majority of what the comments are about. But I digress. I'm really hoping that Miyamoto's philosophy on story is not the same when it comes to movies, because you can't exactly make up for the lack of plot in a movie with some gameplay. Going back to the casting of Foreman Spike, this is actually giving me some hope for the project, because that shows that they're looking into the obscure character pile, as opposed to just going with the core cast and 8 million toads. See, this even gives me an idea of what the plot of the film could be, or at least how the movie could start. Of course, I did find a synopsis of the movie on IMDb, but literally anyone can edit that, so I'm not gonna put too much stock into it just yet. Foreman Spike only had a prominent role in 2 games way back in the day, and those would be Wrecking Crew and Wrecking Crew 98, where Mario and Luigi worked under him at his demolition company. Weirdly enough, he's actually an antagonist, even though he's the brains of the operation, though I use brains in a figurative sense, because clearly he took the brawn path in life. Other than his main appearances, he's also made some cameos in other games, even if he was not directly in them. But the most important thing to look at here is Wrecking Crew, and if I had to guess, I don't think anyone has ever said that sentence before in the history of the world. They've either thrown Spike into a completely different role, or Mario and Luigi will be working for him at some point during this movie. This, of course, points to this film possibly being an origin story for the brothers, where maybe they start off doing some blue-collar work before they eventually stumble into a mystical world down the drain. This would call back to the start of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, and also the original Super Mario Bros. Movie, and despite it being the same kind of deal, I think it'd be a good way to set things up for a potential series of films. Just think about it, because if we just did a regular Bowser kidnaps Peach plot at this point in the franchise's history, it's gonna be really boring. But if it's the first time this ever happens, we get to see it unfold in a whole new medium. It also leaves things wide open for sequels, like I said a bit ago, and there are plenty of things they could adapt in the future. Throwing some ideas out there, the Mario & Luigi series is a very story-heavy thing, and it could definitely make for a really good movie. They have a lot of really fun characters that I'm sure people would like to see again. Alternatively, they could explore the bizarre world of Subcon and really play things up for a Super Mario Bros. 2 retelling. But one thing I think that everyone would really like is if they explored the planet-hopping masterpiece, hailed as one of the greatest games of all time by a lot of people, Super Mario Galaxy. Maybe it's a little bit too soon for that, you know, as a sequel to the first movie. But maybe someday down the line, I don't know. I'm just saying, it'd be really cool to see all that shit in space on the big screen. Of course, though, the movie could still flop and we could just never get a sequel ever, but, you know, if the Sonic movie can do numbers and get a sequel, I'm sure Mario can definitely pull in the same or more. After all, I think he's probably even more of a household name than Sonic is, especially nowadays when Sonic's not doing super well. Now, this casting also does elicit some fears within me because, much like the Sonic movie, I'm worried that if it is an origin story, they might spend a little bit too much time in the Mario Bros. Original world as opposed to going into the world that most people would care about, aka the Mushroom Kingdom. My biggest fear, I think, with this is that this is not a Mario movie per se, but it's more of like a Donkey Kong movie that would eventually turn into a Mario movie. I would understand why this would happen because Donkey Kong kind of started it all. You know, Mario wasn't really Mario yet, but technically that is his beginning before they went into Mario Bros. And fell down the pipes and did all that crazy stuff and started killing turtles in the sewer. Kind of against all the turtle stomping, because turtles are really rad, but if they're trying to kidnap people, I guess that's another story. Anyway, I think that would be a huge missed opportunity because they'd be missing out on a lot of the staple characters that we've come to know and love over the course of the Mario series. And there's also the fact that I don't really know how many people care about Donkey Kong, the arcade game specifically these days. I think a Mario movie specifically would definitely do better numbers. And my final hope for this is that since Spike is one of the characters that's been confirmed, I'm really hoping that this means either in this movie or down the line they will dip more into those obscure characters, such as things from the Mario & Luigi series, or Paper Mario, or Wart and the 8-Bits, or Boshi, or... Like, this list could go on for a long time, and I kind of want to wrap this up, so I'm going to stop here, but you get the picture. Closing thoughts, I am very hopeful for this movie, but I don't know if that's the right call, because I really don't want to get burned on this. Hopefully in the near future, we will have some more encouraging announcements, and we will keep going towards that best possible timeline where this movie does our favorite plumbers all the justice they deserve. And if it doesn't, we still have the original Super Mario Bros. Movie, which is a perfect representation of Miyamoto's original vision with absolutely no discrepancies whatsoever.
I'm gonna break every bone in their body, and then I'm gonna kill them.
Man, if I had a coin for every time Mario said that famous line, I'd just have the one. Mario would never say that. He's too pure. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's pretty different. I don't usually talk about news stuff, but the Super Mario Bros. Movie really interests me, and I wanted to at least talk about what this made me think about when I saw the announcement. But anyway, if you made it this far into the video, let me know down in the comments, because not a whole lot of people actually make it here. It's almost like you're in a little secret club. But I would also like to say, if you liked the video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord to keep up with more Mario and other things that aren't, because I do a lot of things. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my current supporters, who are Brady Hilkemeyer, Noah Weesboys, Mailman019, Kaido the Samurai, Danny Lee Dauber, Mike TGC, Chaotic Mercenary, and on Patreon we also have Noah Weesboys and T-Bone APH a second time. Thank you all so much for that, and thank you to the people in the $1 tiers as well. I really appreciate the support, and remember, even $1 helps. And you get access to things such as blooper episodes, if there are any. I will get back on that at some point. And you also get a whole bunch of little preview things in Discord. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.